Cutting edge scale guys, Nexas here, and welcome back to Destiny 2. And in today's video guys, we are back again with more weapons to go over, and what we're looking at today is gonna of course be the Last Rite freaking seasonal scout rifle. So if you don't know, basically every season, Vanguard, Crucible, Gambit, if you get to rank 16 of any of them, you will be able to unlock the seasonal weapon. This season is of course going to be the Last Rite scout rifle, and you can see usually they're pretty stacked in terms of perks and everything, and of course it will get a ton of artisan traits, one for each kind of thing, as I said, Gambit, Crucible, Vanguard, and then its own sort of special one. So 120 RPM, aggressive frames and everything, and as I said, it will have a guaranteed set roll, so you'll have keep away and opening shot, kind of like the PvP sort of thing. And then there will be a PvE slash Gambit sort of setup, which will be a reconstruction focus. Sure, you can mix and match what you want. Obviously reconstruction, opening shot, PvP would be dope too. We are going to showcase this in some PvP and some PvE, so without further ado, let's go into some PvP with the Last Rite scout rifle. Alrighty, so we are going to be on, of course, this junction, and this is probably the only time I'll actually play this junction because I've got a scout rifle, so it's a good map for this. Any other gun, I'll be like, nope, you know what, for this map with this gun, I'll take it. But this is going to be your Last Rite itself. As I said, this is the scope on it, and that's a Juggernaut Titan. This should do some really good damage, of course, at range and everything. So you can see that's 79 now. That is some fall off. 80 is kind of the max you'll get at, so you can see, oh my god, this guy is blasting me. You'll get him now, though. Oh, get done, bro. So when you're hitting headshots with this at range, it is going to be really dope. And oh, there's a DMT. Oh, I'm going to get absolutely destroyed by that thing. So yeah, this is basically meant to be like a kinetic version, or like a legendary version of the DMT. Obviously, it's in the kinetic slot. So this will be, instead of using exotic, you can use like a legendary version. You can see, oh, the damage, and there we go. And oh, I got high cali round, I think. I feel like he has high cali rounds. Man, I got freaking destroyed. Yep, he has got the high cali rounds without. Now, what a weird role for your freaking DMT. I'm not freaking judging. I don't freaking king shame here. If you want the outlaw, go for it. Well, yeah, he has high cali rounds, so that's already a ripperoni. He's gonna blast my face off every time. But oh, the damage! Like, that's what I'm talking about. You can hit people pretty hard with this. I will say though, I do rather the DMT scope and everything. I don't really like this little red dot side, but as I said, when you're hitting your shots, it can do work. 2 body shots, usually a headshot can do some work. Obviously 2 headshots, body shot is enough as well. It's a 120. The best way of looking at this, like, it's a big long ass 120 hand cannon. That's the best way of looking at it. It can go freaking miles. Like, that's why on this junction it's good. And also, this does have the chance to no-scope, so after we cap this flag, I'll try to run at someone and see if I can no-scope him. But yeah, no-scoping is another thing that these weapons have, so you can see there's no-scope, and no-scoping's a thing on this, but I will definitely say, if it's not the DMTs, even the long arm, they do struggle a bit with no-scoping. They're not exactly accurate, so you'll see in a sec where you at, buddy. There you are. We'll get him now, and you can see that's not a headshot, and I can't even hit a body shot. But yeah, you can see the no-scope, but I have a freehand grip on this as well, just so I can try no-scope with a bit more accuracy. No-scoping isn't great on this weapon. I know it shouldn't be, and people were like, yeah, scared off, you show me up. That's the beauty of the Tex Machina weapons, though. These should be able to no-scope pretty well. But yeah, this one definitely, it will struggle, and the reason the DMT does so well is because obviously it has a dark hair trigger, but they'll just destroy this guy, and oh, there's the damage. You can see 2 body shots, headshot isn't really enough sometimes depending on resale, but no scoping it will struggle. I mean, this is not a no scoper really. You have to be aiming in, which is why I would just always suggest, if you're going to use this PvP or a weapon like this, you're best off going in with, of course, and oh buddy, oh, leave me alone, but you're best off, of course, going in with okay, I was being ambitious there. Oh my god, I was being so ambitious. He killed me with the same weapon. God damn it. But yeah, if you're going to be going in with this type of weapon to try to be like effective, DMT all the way. 100%. DMT is just so much better. I know it's random rolled. Man, it's crazy. The DMT is more random rolled than this, and the DMT is better freaking perks. Okay, I need to get out onto like the logs out here, because this is where it's like most effective. It's like when you're like legit looking down lanes. That's where you're going to see. Oh, there's a double headshot. But yeah, lane shooting is where this is going to be most effective. It's a 120, so that's the best way of looking at it. As I said, I feel like it's a really nice freaking scout rifle. It does feel okay-ish, and we're going to get a bunch of kills here. Look at this. The double kill. Oh, trying to count my flags, boys? No, sir. No, sir. They're all spawning here, though, and that's a freaking... Oh, this is the DMT, dude. Oh, my god. I lost because the freaking flinch. And the high cali rounds, honestly, is ridiculous. But yeah, I will say, it does feel somewhat okay. Like, it feels really nice handling-wise. That's why it's the handling masterwork on it, but I just will say overall, I do not think this PvP. I think right now, unless maybe on controller it's a bit stickier, this one doesn't really hit as much as I kind of want to. Like, I mean, you can hit headshots, don't get me wrong, but if I just feel like DMT is just way better. I know people were like, yeah, but it's legendary, not a shot. I get that, but the legendary shouldn't be like just so much worse than that. I feel like this should be somewhat on par with it, or even like closer. Maybe the no scope would be inaccurate, but The headshotting should at least be accurate. Buddy, why me? There's like 4 people around you. What? Freaking god. There's like 4 guys over there shooting at him. And this guy goes, I'm going to thunder crash this guy's ass. All right, we actually might pop our well here because this is a juicy situation. Oh, there's a triple dink though. Thank you very much. And oh my god, yeah, we might pop the well here because we should be able to get a ton of kills if we just sit out here. And the well actually does give this a 2 top. Oh my god. Randy's. All right. We should have put the wall down. Okay, we can try to get the no scope and going again. There should be a couple of dudes here. We'll see how accurate we are. And oh my gosh, you just hit so many body shots. I know, as I said, it's not meant to be. Oh, yeah, body shot again. I know it's not meant to be an absolute freaking godsend no scoping, but I would like to at least get a headshot every now and again. It seems to gravitate toward the body. As I said, console, it might be a little bit better in terms of hitting heads and everything, but I feel like on PC, it just doesn't hit. And I might pop the well here because there should be a couple of dudes. And wait, Bungie, that's 100. What the hell? That should be a free kill. This should be a 2 top. And we'll get this guy as well. Okay, that's the range fall off. And oh, okay, that's just me being terrible at aiming. But 100 should be a double tap, right? Oh yeah, the captain seat. That's the way we go. But you said it should 2 top if you get the right hits. There's a 2 top. So yeah, it'll do 100. How is that? Bungie, the math ain't mathin'. That's 200 damage. You can't have more than that. What? Even tier 10 is... Oh, and I died because of it. The DMT. They're both rocking the DMT now. Bungie, the math ain't freaking mathin'. I know it's 199. They have tier 10 resilience. Maybe, but why is he going to a 200? Maybe it is. I'm just... And maybe it's 199.6 damage I'm doing or something. My good god. But yeah, you can't start to a 2 tap when you're in, of course, the wells. Maybe it was the range getting fall off. I don't freaking know, but... We got weapons of light going. Anyone here want to peek me, please, so I can just dome you? A couple of guys in here, though, and there's the headshot. I will say, like, honestly, when you're aiming in sights, it's actually not too inaccurate. Like, you can nail people. It's not bad at all. Buddy, heal. Unspoken Riz. I'm trying to heal your ass. But it's not bad at all when you're hitting your dome skis. But I just think that overall, the DMT is just a million times better. And I think it will go in way, way more than you will with the Last Rite. Honestly, this thing PvP... It's kind of ass, I'm not gonna lie. It's effective in the right ranges, but compared to what you can use, other weapons and everything, I mean, I just rather other stuff. Jade Rabbit or something, even like other scout rifles like 150s. I feel like they'd just be a lot more consistent than this thing. This thing just feels so inaccurate and so inconsistent. But that should be game set on match. Is a double headshot to end it all. Okay, that should be game set. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, as I said, it's not the... Okay, it's actually pretty bad PvP. It's mainly because I know I'm comparing it to DMT so much, but I said PvP, if you're going to go in with something that you want to be just nailing at 120 RPM, it's got to be the freaking DMT. I don't see why you'd use this over that at all, other than freaking comboing with a different exotic. But even still, it's way worth using the DMT instead of this. Alrighty, so we're gonna do the PvE side of things, and of course we're gonna switch our roll up, and of course I hit the only thing with a freaking shield, and I missed my headshot. God damn, boys, I need to get this Focus Fury going. But of course, because this is gonna be PvE, I will be able to get this Focus Fury going a lot more. And the thing that makes it really nice is that because this has reconstruction, technically I'm never really reloading. And it will only take the Focus Fury on your original mag. So, of course, I can reload. I'll just reload anyway. So, the original mag is only going to be 14. So, that means I only have to hit 7 headshots to get the Focus Fury going. But because reconstruction is there, even if I only hit, like, say I hit, like, 10 of my shots and they're all body shots, I still have a chance because the reconstruction will give me more bullets and then I can hit more headshots. So, Focus Fury only really stops kind of when you reload and everything. So, it makes this a lot more viable to kind of go in with. That's why when you're shooting shields and everything, you can see I'm at 22 bullets. And if I hit 7 headshots in this, you'll see I got the Focus Fury going. So it actually is a really, really sweet combo for PvE, which is honestly surprising seeing as Tex Machina are always just like goated freaking weapon makers for PvP. But yeah, PvP, this is, I honestly feel like it's 10 times better. I mean, PvP wasn't bad, but like it's legit DMT freaking at home. Like when mom says you have McDonald's at home or you have freaking food at home. This is what you have at home. It's the Last Rite. It's not the DMT. But yeah, you can kind of see it's so much easier with the Focus Fury. Man, I can't speak. So much easier to get Focus Fury proc though with, of course, reconstruction because you just get so much bullets. So it's just like a really sweet way of getting a basically 20% increase in damage, I think, is what Focus Fury does. Honestly, a really nutty damage increase, and especially because this sort of scout rifle, they actually do hit really hard. Like you can see, these sort of scout rifles do have a ton of damage. So it is always nice getting the Focus Fury kind of procced. I probably would have liked as well if it had like something else in terms of like reloading or whatever, because I know it has dual loader and everything. But when you're spamming the bullets out as much as I am, you do run out of bullets pretty freaking quickly. And of course, you can't spam out no scopes too, because but no one is killing these trolls from running in. But you can't no scope too, because obviously it is going to be a Tex Machina DMT sort of style. But I still will say These sorts of weapons have some of the worst no-scope and accuracy ever. I don't know what it is. I feel like I just can't hit a headshot with no-scope. Maybe it's the reticle or something I'm not used to, but DMT is just so sticky when you hit no-scopes. But yeah, I will say that overall, the weapon, it's not bad or anything. I do kind of like it PvE. Like, as I said, Reconstruction is actually super sweet. Reconstruction get up to about 30 or something, or 28 and stuff. It's basically doubles your mag. But I definitely will say that, yeah, when it comes down to it in terms of PvE, there's just better utility weapons. I mean, you got strand stasis weapons, of course, but even when it comes to kinetics, as I said, there's kinetic tremors sort of weapons, which are super fun to use. And I just think that, I know Focus Fury is nice and everything, and my game was like crashed or something. What? Hello? Oh, we're back, boys. What is going on? Is this me that I dropped? I have no idea. But yeah, there is better weapons, I think, in the game. Currently in the kinetic slots, so yeah, when it comes down to it, you're probably not going to really want to use the Last Rite in PvE. I think there's just better options. This is the one time you're really going to see it being really useful, though, is for boss DPS, of course, because you can get the Focus Fury going a lot more, and it's easier to hit big ass crits like this. So this is like where you're going to see the best benefits of using this weapon PvE, but it's a real niche area, and my game froze again. What is going on? But it's a real niche area where it's going to be effective. And we're back. Okay, I think the servers are going kaput because it ain't my connection, boys. It ain't my connection. Everyone's just all over the place. But yeah, against big ass crits and everything, that's where you're going to find the biggest thing with Focus Fury and obviously a large mag and everything. But as I said, you can get the same benefits with a ton of other weapons. Well, that's it for me, and of course the Last Rite Scout Rifle. Honestly, I do really like the weapon. I love tech snacking of weapons anyway. They're always really, really dope. But I was going to give this a performance review. Honestly, it's kind of terrible. It's ass. Honestly, it's trash. I never really give weapons like bad reviews and stuff, but this one just did not feel great at all. Honestly, PvP wise, it just felt super inaccurate. When you hit your headshots from range, honestly, not bad as the Scout Rifle. The damage is, of course, great for a 120. But when it came to like the no scope, which is the fantasy of these, it was so inconsistent. I had the freehand grip on and everything to increase that accuracy. It was still terrible, the no scoping. And you could see when I was getting fought against by the DMTs, the DMT was just destroying this thing, especially because DMT has high cali rounds. But even without the high cali, DMT is just way more accurate, has a lot more aim assist and everything. And I just think overall, if you're going to go into PvP with this type of weapon where you want to be like a fantasy type of weapon, like in terms of no scope and hip firing, you're going to go in with your DMT with the dark air trigger with the catalyst because it's just a million times better. Honestly, this thing PvP was pretty bad. I know there is the long arm as well, which people were like, yeah, but you have the long arm, it's not bad. Long arm actually feels pretty better. I think better than this. And also the reason the long arm might be used is just because, of course, it's an arc version, so it's in the energy slot and it has a ton of random rolls. This one has no random rolls. This is a set roll. And because it's a seasonal weapon, this is the only roll you're going to get. So because of that, I do think the long arm is going to be better than this. As I said, it's an arc weapon and can get some really cool perks. And I just think the Last Rite itself, PvP, it's not great, honestly. It doesn't matter what one of these artisan traits you put on. One of these, it's not going to make much of a difference. I had opening shot, I keep weight on in PvP as well. It's not really going to help you too much because, as I said, it just gets outclassed by other weapons. So yeah, I do understand why people might be like, yeah, but you can, if you want to use this instead of the DMT, share an exotic shot for a freaking Risk Runner or something. I get that. That's the only reason you do it. But the thing is, to use that other exotic, you're making yourself use something that's terrible PvP. So yeah, I think the Last Rite PvP is terrible. And then when it comes to PvE, as I said, I really, really do like the combination of Focus Fury Reconstruction. It gives Focus Fury so much more leeway. But again, I think that even though this combo is dope, the fact that this is just the kinetic weapon with nothing to kind of go in with in terms of like mods, or you can't interact with like strand and everything, like you can't make your own tangles or whatever, severs. That's what makes this kind of suck PvE. I think PvE kinetic weapons, I know they do more damage and everything, that 15% extra than strand and of course stasis, but there's a reason people still use the other ones because they have so much more utility and so much more mod kind of combinations where you can just be cracked with them. So obviously stasis, severing, tangles, all that sort of stuff is really dope. I just think that right now it's honestly pretty bad. I would say it's pretty terrible. Honestly, I wouldn't go in with this. Pretty shit. Shite. I would not go in with this thing at all, PvP or PvE. You want to have some fun with it, definitely try it, but DMT is just better. As I said, this is legit. When you go to the shops, it's like, oh, can we get food? And your mom says, no, there's food at home. This is the food at home. This is what you get. You could have a DMT, a nice DMT burger, but you get the Last Rite burger. Honestly, it's terrible. But yeah, how you get it, as I said, is to get to rank 16 on any of the core playlists, Gambit, Crucible, or Vanguard. Get to rank 16, you get it for free. Basically 7 shards. If you want 7 shards, it's really good to dismantle into. But overall, the Last Rite, yeah, the Last Shite. That's what it should be called. I might actually put that as the title, the Last Shite. Oh, it is shite. But regardless, if you liked the video, show us a like. Anybody see more content, subscribe, and fantastic day. And hopefully, I'll see the next collective in the next one.